Hello, this is Aaron from ToolChef. In this video, I'm going to show you how to export a USD cache from your simulation in Houdini. So here I have some Atoms agents with a simple simulation. I can export the simulation to a USD file. Just go to Export and then USD Exporter. So let's select the output path. Let's create a new folder. It's called cache. And agents sim.usd. Now leave empty the asset path. I'll explain a bit what you can pass here. So let's export frame and press export. Okay, now the export the cache. Let's have a look to the cache on disk. So we have the main file here that contains all the agent data, also the skeletal animation primitive for each of the agents. And then let's have a look to the other to the asset folder. So the asset folder contains the data, contain the assets and primitive for the agent type definition and also variation. So if I go to the agent type, you see it saved the skeleton, the default skin, and then there is the main USD that contain reference to the skeleton skin and also the reference to all the variation that takes from the variation table. Then here on the variation, so here save all the geometry and materials that basically are contained inside the variation table. They are not USD file. In this case, it's empty because my variation table already contains file path to USD file. So it just basically in the agent type asset here is referencing directly the geometry taken from the variation table. Now you remember that we left feed empty when you exported, so we left the asset path empty. So this means that instead to generate this asset folder every time, you can pass an existing folder to the export. In this way, the exporter just generates the skeleton animation data and then the reference the folder that you passed. So you have two ways to generate this folder. One is exporting a cache, and then we use this folder that exporter creates to as input asset path for another cache. Or another way is to export that folder from the variation manager. So if you open the variation manager and go to the file, and then there is the save as USD. So here it will ask for the output path, and in this case let me generate one, select folder, and now it's saved everything in that folder. And now you can reuse this path when you export the cache. So for example here, if I pass the asset path, and now I export another cache, export, and it's done. And if I go to Houdini, I have only the skeleton animation asset that is referencing the asset that I passed before. So that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.